Hello?
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 I hear me. Hello?
You muted. You muted. You muted. You muted. Of course I do it. That's it. It's long. Just figured something out.
What's that?
Well, I've got one for you.
Shouldn't need to. Are you talking about the window capture? No, you should be able to just capture that window, and then in the little box that pops up when you capture that window, make sure it says capture audio, and you should be good to go.
Let me get rid of these two I just added. Let's for audio on this one.
That's weird. Are you using the little pop out window for Discord? That should work. Hey, I'm just hearing some kind of repeated sound on YouTube. Hearing some kind of repeated sound on YouTube.
I heard you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me try something else here.
Let me minimize that.
Here.
Chat over here. Minimize that.
Okay, I can hear you, but I don't hear me on YouTube, I don't think. Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't hear me on. Actually, I hear both.
Good.
So here's what's really weird is that my audio is coming through my mic on Discord. Do you have your volume up for the stream?
I was just checking to see if
Okay.
it was working on YouTube.
Okay, I'm going to wait about 7 seconds. Give me, well, I'm going to unmute. Give me a 3 count in about 10 seconds. 3 count is in about 10 seconds. 3 count is in 10 seconds. Give me a 3 count, Donnie.
1, 2, 3.
Give me a 3 count, Donnie.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, we got it. I just muted YouTube. Yay, we win. And nobody's talking to us. They're like, what are these idiots doing?
GB's in here.
Oh, that's because I'm on Top Chat. Hey, GB. So let me pop this out. One of these days, we'll get this all figured out how to just set it up and go right from the get-go.
You would think so, but we haven't yet, so.
We did for a while. Okay. Thanks, Leprechaun. We did a lot of troubleshooting to get us there. So if anybody's curious, this is the mess that is the last lighting inside this the payload tower for the shuttle.
Nice.
It was a lot of work to get it to where it's at. Matter of fact, let me pull the cables over. Yes, I just disconnected the HLI board. Sorry, Kenny. But I think after, let's see, May to November, I think it's good.
Think?
Yeah. I am actually really impressed because out of all the lights that are on this part, only this one doesn't work.
Doesn't what?
It doesn't work. While I was soldering, I somehow killed that light.
I've done that many times.
Now the fun part, to see if I can actually, it's gonna fit. It is. And I did something I don't normally do. I heat shrinked. it just pops in there and lays in there like it's supposed to. Nice little burn mark there from when I was soldering. $50,000 subs for World of Wayne. That's awesome. I started watching him when he had 32,000. And GB, we get it sorted every Sunday. You know, all you got to do is jump on the Discord video chat.
Again the next Sunday.
Huh?
And then have to sort it again the next Sunday.
Yep, that's how it works. Hopefully, because I'm not going to mess with the settings, hopefully we won't have to figure it out again.
That's what we say every week.
I know. You know, I think the originator of the Sunday stream should probably come and rescue our dumbasses because we do this every week.
Nah, I think he's moved on.
Yeah. He keeps talking about he's going to come back to the stream, but then he comes back for like a day and is gone then.
Again, yeah.
So our my grandson's dog is currently being de-shed is what they call it. It doesn't sound like they're going to do what I'd like to have. I would like to have him come back with just hair on his head. Nowhere
What kind of
else.
dog is it?
It's a Samoyed.
Do they have the double coat?
No, I think he has a quadruple coat actually.
But, does he have the undercoat?
Yes. Matter of fact,
They won't trim him.
matter of fact,
My daughter had a half German Shepherd, half Blue Heeler,
and
we took him to get him trimmed for exactly the same reason, just freaking hair everywhere. And they refused to trim him because they said any dog with the undercoat, once you trim the undercoat, it will not grow back properly.
Well, they're not actually going to trim his hair. They're going to de-shed him is what they called it.
Right. But you were saying you wanted him shaved bald.
I do.
They will not do that. They will not trim a dog with an undercoat.
Yeah. Well, we have the combs. It would only take about 6 hours one day with this thing to get all of that undercoat. I mean, it's amazing. I just pulled one of his hairs out of my tea. I took the cup out of the cupboard after he was gone.
Well, yeah, when Jasmine was living here with her little dog, we would find enough hair every time we sweep to build another dog.
Exactly.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, it's funny too because he's still an adolescent. He's only 10 months old.
He's a youngin'.
Yeah. Well, and he has this thing of whenever he comes in the house or, you know, when he comes downstairs, if the sun is shining, you know, no reason whatsoever really, he will just bark, and it's this really high-pitched bark, and the sound he makes is Borp. So that's my name for him. I call him Borp, and he's like, he's okay with that. He doesn't listen to it, but he's okay with it.
That's like Jack. He's going on 9 years old now, and he still doesn't bark. Period.
Yeah.
He screams.
Oh, Charlie.
Closest thing to a bark he gets is.
Oh, damn. I didn't realize. I didn't realize I was grabbing the camera. I was. And then it ended up upside down. Come here, Charlie. Since you're here. Come here, buddy. He's going to be upside down. But I'm going to... Actually... Here we go. Stay here, buddy.
Figures the first part I go put on ends up in the floor.
There. This is my adventurous dog that fell in the crawl space. None the worse for wear.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Hey, Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Hey, good boy.
He's
Huh?
cute.
He is. He's 11 years old next year. Well, he's 10 right now. He's way overweight. He's going deaf. But he sees well enough to know that I was getting him a treat.
Yeah, Jack knows the sound of the treat box being picked up.
Well, Charlie and the rest of the dogs all live for treats because my wife spoils them very badly and I help.
Looking at me because I said the T word.
Oh, no. Jack, you want a treat?
You said the word.
Jack, you want a treat?
Okay, now I'm going to have to go get him a treat.
Is he look? Now he's looking at the camera or the screen going, dude, he said treat.
You have to give me a treat. He said treat. That's the rule.
That's right. That's the way it works. Somebody says treat. Let's see if I can see the spot where the...
Come here. Want this? Come here. He's got to scratch first.
Aircraft, sci-fi for a change. So what are you building, GB? You said not an aircraft, it's sci-fi for a change. And if I can get this back in here, I'm building the shuttle tower.
Hey, Jack. You gonna sit?
Oh,
There you go.
thanks, Dad. Oh, cool.
Nah, he's not spoiled.
You building the big one, GB? Are you building a one of the smaller
The
ones?
148 scale or the 172?
Or the 196th, which is the original one.
The NPC one?
Yeah. The one with the picture of Nick Tate on the cover. It's,
Yeah.
Man, that one's a bear in the cool. That one's a bear in the decals in it. Suck out loud.
I haven't built any of the Eagles, so.
Okay, so there's a start.
I wanted to get that one that Jalen was selling, but I didn't have the money at the time, and then she sold it, so.
Which one was she selling?
She was selling, I want to say 48 scale.
Oh, so she was. Yeah, I think she was selling a
No,
big.
no, I take that back. The one she was selling was the 72nd scale, but she had a bunch of photo etch and all that to go with it.
Yeah, I'm actually still buying, but I've curbed my buying quite a bit. Yeah, the 22-inch one. I am looking forward to seeing some pictures of that, GB. And eventually I have to get the two of the Eagle 2s. Shh, don't tell my wife. She doesn't realize I have two of each of the other ones. Except for the 72nd scale. I don't have a single one of the 72nd scale.
You don't have any of the 72nd scale?
Nope. I have the 96 scale that I did, and like I said, decals sucked out loud on that thing. And then the I have two of the Eagle 1, two of the Eagle 1 with cargo pod, and I need to get the Eagle 2 with the lab pod. I ever build all of my models, we're gonna need another 2 houses. Yeah, not 1, 2.
Then you'll have to get one to live in.
Yeah. Well, that's what this one will be. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm doing something I haven't done in a long time, Donnie.
What's that?
I'm using the glue looper.
Are you not using the little pin in the pin vise?
Well, see, the thing is, I have actual grooves here to put the glue into. The initial, to put it down, to stick it down, I'd use the pin vise. By the way, you do realize that since I have this actually just about put together, the tower here, if all the lights go out tomorrow, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, the lights go out, they're just going to be out, huh?
Well, it's like this one here. There is no way to get back that I'm cracking that back open. I'm looking, these are all kind of leaning back and I think I went overkill on the lighting.
You can't never have too much lighting, but that is an impossibility.
Well, there is that. Really fun part is that as soon as I get this done here, I'm at the point of attaching this tower to the main tower. And I got way too much glue. Pardon?
And then wiring all of that together.
Oh, that's easy. It's just connecting 2 wires from the back of that one to 2 wires on this one. That's a nice gap there. Jesus, look at that gap. Glad there's no lights inside this that are going to leak out.
Time for some filler putty.
Yeah, but it's in a really ugly spot to even try. So on this back corner right here, that you're never actually going to see. I might see it, but you won't because I will never take a picture of it. Oh, and just so that I could use actual modeler's glue, and instead of having the sometimes really fragile CA bond,
right,
I'm going to have actual melted plastic. I sanded the stubs on the bottom of the tower piece here and on the top of this piece so that it'll actually bond.
Yeah, I try to get an actual glue bond on as much as possible and CA just where I need to.
Yeah. Well, that's why I've got a lot of CA on this, is because of, doing a lot of pre-painting.
You just scrape the paint off.
Yeah, if you can get it that small. Okay.
Impossible.
So now, disconnect that. Roll up the tape that I put way too much super glue on. Get rid of it. lay this puppy back. I may end up having to break this one back off because I think this one is right. This one might be too far down. Actually, instead of...
They're not even? They look even?
They don't look even to me. I think it's partially the way they're in there. But here's the true test. This one's this one's a little bit off, but I think actually if
you're going by those angled bars, I don't think they're the same. But if you go by the bottom straight bars, they look the same.
I mean here? Yeah, they're the same.
No, the bars that go straight across the bottom.
Oh, here?
Yeah. They look like they hit the shuttle at the same place on both sides.
Yeah, they do. It's these two that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Move the shuttle. Yeah, see, I think the difference is one of them doesn't go all the way up to the middle.
Yeah.
It could be just a difference in the way it's made.
Oh, you're saying that because this one's a little bit further over.
Yeah, it may just be the way it is.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's there. So I'm going to see if I can start getting this. Oh, wait. Huh. I need to wrap this with tape real quick on the lower level here. Or actually, no, just spray. Nah. I'm sitting here contemplating how I'm going to do this because I have white stairs that are going to stay white. You know what? Okay. You talked me into it, Donnie. I will just see if I can find a brush paint. Isn't that awesome how you talked me into it by not saying a thing?
Right? That's my telepathic powers.
No, telepathetic.
That too.
Sad thing is, I had a...
All I had to do was get my brush out and start painting in boxes. I don't want to paint.
No, that's the thing is, I don't want to paint. Painting is the bane of my existence when I'm modeling. Oh, wow. Chat's going on. I didn't even notice. Let's see. Hey, bud.
I didn't either.
Cargo plus Eagle 2 can't get the strap-on booster pack at the moment. Yeah, the Eagle 2 strap-on booster pack, I'm not sure if I'm going to go after that or not. So, Bud's looking for both Buck loot and Donnie loot at this point.
He's going to be looking for a while.
I agree.
Should we break it to him or just let him look?
We'll let him look. I think actually since he's watching the stream, we may have already broken it to him.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, that's not sticking very good. Okay. And Bud just said, and one day he'll get it. Well, there's the reason why that's not. There's the reason why that's not sticking very good. Somehow the paint knew it.
Tell you what, Bud, as soon as me and Buck get rich and famous on YouTube, we'll start giving out loot.
Yep. Wait, is it rich and famous or rich and famous or rich and shameless?
Either one. Maybe both.
Yeah. Before I forget.
Usually it takes the second one to get the first one, so.
Yeah, there is that. Actually, really? You're not going to work today, camera?
They have changed something in the video subsystem of Discord. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they changed, but they've changed something and it does not work as well as it used to.
No, it doesn't. My C22 just is completely fuzzed out.
See, I think that's focus. It's just not focusing.
Yeah, but
But
I don't have any way to focus.
my cam link will not even work in Discord. I can flip over the OBS, works perfect. Flip back to Discord, nothing. Black screen. Can't figure it out.
See, it starts in focus, and then it goes way out of. It starts in focus, and then it goes completely out of focus.
That's weird. And that's in OBS, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're through OBS and then just capturing it on Discord.
No, no, it's on Discord.
Oh, it's on Discord?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity. Camera not available.
The Logitech G-Hub software and turn autofocus off for that camera and then turn it back on. That usually causes the camera to refocus.
Well, the only way I can do it, I just brought up the G-Hub software, and camera is not available right now.
Right. You don't have to have the picture from the camera in the software.
No,
all you have to do what?
No, see, that's the thing, is it's not available at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's either in use by another. It's either disconnected or in use by another program, is what it says. So let's try that. There. I don't know what I did, but it's working. Not messing with it anymore.
That's what matters.
Oh, okay. Let's see if that one will come up. Just dumb enough to mess with it again. Okay. Because I have my the generic $10 one that Eric bought. I pointed it over here, but it's not picking up on the on Discord.
That's what I'm saying. My cam link won't do shit on Discord. It's just when I switch to it through Discord, black screen. And it all happened whenever they did that you know when you first turn your camera on, now Discord pops up that little box that said, "Do you want to turn the camera on?" It didn't used to do that. When it started doing that is when my cam link stopped working on Discord.
I haven't used it in long enough. I'm in a long enough time. I'm contemplating actually going back and trying what was it? Droid Cam again.
was my computer's on Wi-Fi,
Uh,
and then Joy-Cam going over Wi-Fi. I think it was sucking up all the bandwidth or something. I was getting serious lag and shit.
well, see, and that's the thing is my computer is hardwired, and I was getting the same lag.
Maybe just a Joy-Cam thing.
Yeah. I think that's what it is that, you get a certain amount of usage, even though you paid for it, before it just fruits out on you.
Need a nice aluminum color.
So I've been watching something new on CBS or Paramount Plus, whichever one you want to call it, because I have Paramount Plus, and one of these days I'm going to call them up and I'm going to say, why are you always making me watch a channel or a commercial at the beginning of every show? I pay extra for no commercials.
Well, see, the thing that kind of makes me ill about Paramount Plus is like, I pay for cable.
Yeah.
I'm already paying for CBS. But then the shows I want to watch, they put on this other channel that I have to pay for again.
Well, that's
why?
Because Donnie, you're being a ancient person and using cable. You should be streaming everything these days.
Okay, but here's the thing. HBO. If you subscribe to HBO through your cable provider, you get the HBO Max app, and anything that's shown on the HBO Max app included in your subscription because you have it on cable.
Uh-huh.
If Paramount would do that with Paramount Plus, oh, you're already paying us for CBS? Okay, you can have Paramount Plus. I would have no complaint.
Well, Paramount and...
But when I'm paying for their channel, and then they put all the good shows on their streaming service, and that's extra money that I have to pay them for separate, that's bullshit.
Paramount and CBS are completely about money, and they have been for years.
And Disney.
But no, what I've been watching on CBS or on Paramount Plus here lately is CSI, and not the original.
I used to watch that all the time.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's not the original CSI. It's CSI Vegas, which is a brand new series. And Grissom and Sarah Seidel are back. Yeah, it's 2021.
No, I know that.
Yeah, Grissom and Sarah Seidel are back. And they're doing which it works well for the format, where like Discovery and a lot of the others, they're now doing these season-long story arcs. Well, CSI originally wasn't. CSI is not made for that because you get a case or two, you solve the case or two in the episode.
Right.
Well, they've gone for a hybrid concept because you get a case, you solve a case or two that you solve during the episode, and they have a season-long story arc going. And that season-long story arc is how they got Grissom and Seidel back in. And what's
That's to keep you watching.
Huh?
That's to keep you watching.
Exactly. Hey, Sluggo. Well, and this season-long story arc also gets Hodges in occasionally. I'm just waiting to see if they make the fatal mistake because when they do, I will stop watching it, of bringing back Warwick.
Why would you stop watching when they do that?
Warwick's dead. They killed, I mean, they
Oh.
brutally killed him.
I don't see how they could bring him back then.
Exactly. I'm not into this big, it was all a dream or something magic happened. No, that's not going to work. I was going to try and glue this while it was on its side, but it's not going to work. So,
It's a zombie now.
yeah, exactly. He's a vampire. It shocked me when they killed Warwick too. And spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen this 15 years ago.
I haven't seen it. I only watched some of it.
Before I do this, I got to do something else. I just realized that. This step is the most complicated step in the entire shuttle tower build. Because
Is that the step it all together?
well, it's putting the two towers together. This has to go underneath. This piece here has to go underneath the secondary tower. There, let me bring it back so I can actually show. Okay, so you can see this post here. And this is where I slip, drop it, and everything breaks, and I cry a little bit. So this post sits on top of here like that and is not glued. And then this tower piece.
300 pound says they killed him off because the real life actor had drug problems.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
And the actor or the character in the series, he had a gambling problem. So Sluggo, I am working on the shuttle tower, and Donnie is working on the supernatural car. So I don't know if you guys can see this. This pin, or this sits on top of here. There's a half pin down here. And then this has to go, this little tower piece here, this piece has to go under here at the same time. So, and quite a bit going on. Plus there's 4 of these pieces that go from here
See the problem, bud?
to here.
You just put one piece in one hand, one piece in the other hand, and one piece in the other hand, and then put them together.
Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 hands.
And?
Yeah, exactly. That's why that little hook is white. It should be painted, but my slant is it's gonna be white because it plugs in right here. And so I've got to clear out the paint on the 2 spots there and move this without dropping the tower or either of the towers. Oh yeah, and don't forget, all this was done without a locator pin 1.
Sometimes that's better.
Yeah. So you can see here where those white spots are. That's where these arms will clip in.
Right.
But they've got to be able to rotate, and with the paint in there, it would pop off. So I got to go in and sand the paint out of there, which is why I also left the hooked end there clear or clean of paint. There. How's that for how tall this tower is?
Nice.
That's actually about, no, it's not quite 3 feet. That's about 2.5 feet. Let me see, just because. Don't knock it over. 9, yeah, it's 25 inches. Exactly. Exactly, Sluggo. This tower has been this these two towers are what was it? April, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months on these two towers.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. Of course, you saw I've got the shuttle put together most of the way. Every now and then I've got, you know how it goes when you get tired of working on something, so you go on to something else.
Yeah.
Usually you go on to another model. This thing is big enough that then the other model is actually part of the model.
The other model is just another section.
Exactly. I'm actually contemplating trying to, with these hooks, put a piece of sprue over top the hooks once they're in place to keep them from popping off. So Donnie, I just read what Eric said. In the car with the family heading over to have dinner with friends. I see many things wrong with that. They're going to have dinner at 11 o'clock in the morning. Actually, 10 o'clock in the morning. And friends. Eric is claiming to have friends.
He wants to hang out with those friends instead of us friends.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, are you sure he has real friends? Hang on. Bud is saying
I was just fixing to say that, but I sneezed. I was just fixing to say that, but I sneezed.
It's Bud's side because I just heard you say that you were going to sneeze or that you did sneeze. I can't fix it, Bud. Oh,
Maybe the YouTube app is muted
yeah.
on his phone. That's the thing I always thought was weird about the way the YouTube app on the phone works. The app can be muted, but your phone can be turned all the way up.
I've actually had that problem, and if my phone is hooked up to my car, the radio in the car, it really jacks it up. So the times when I'm out and about in Kenny streams, what I end up doing is I set the phone in the door, in the door pocket, and let it run from there, because what it does from there is it gives it a little bit more power.
You don't have Bluetooth on your car radio?
I do, but see, that's the thing is when I do the Bluetooth, it shuts down the audio because the car will not let me stream YouTube for some reason. The car will not let me watch YouTube while I'm driving. Stupid thing.
It won't stream the audio to your car stereo?
No, it shuts it. What it does is it does. Somehow my car is smart enough that it realizes it's audio from a video, and so it just goes, nope.
That's weird.
It's because my car is smarter than I am.
What?
It's because my car is smarter than I am.
Could be. What kind of car is it?
It's a Jeep.
See, there's the problem. You need to buy a Nissan.
No. That car was my second birthday present 3 years ago.
Hey, well, my Nissan lets me play YouTube video sound if I want to.
Yeah. You know how that car was my second birthday present? We
Yeah.
we bought the house on my birthday 3 years ago, on the 22nd of February, and on the 23rd of February we went and bought the car.
Nice.
Yep. Posted all the pictures of, posted all that on Facebook.
Pre Discord, huh?
Yep. Oh, no, I was watching Kenny back then. It's pre Discord. It was pre my YouTube channel. I mean, what was it? I think it was July of 2000 that I finally posted a old video just to show something,
2000?
No, 2020, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, if you look at my first video, that is my Ecto 1A light bar, self-designed.
I'm not sure when I posted my first video.
I wish this hook just went a hair further. If that hook went like 2 degrees further, it would actually clip in there and hold on to it forever.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that.
Hey, this is 80s engineering, man.
I'm engineering.
Cool, Sluggo. Sluggo just got a new airbrush. Sluggo did like I did and finally got a real airbrush.
What Eclipse?
Yeah. That's not what I got though. I got the
No, that's what Sluggo got.
Yeah. I got the Posh something. The one with the
Yeah, I have Posh too. I love the Posh.
Well, I think you have the same one with the wide tip.
Right, the same one that
Same one that Spence uses.
Spence. Good. My brain stopped working for a second.
No, it's not that your brain stopped working. It's that Spence has become persona non grata because he's been like not on the Sunday stream for months. We all forget who he is.
Well, technically, there wasn't a Sunday stream for months, and
Well,
now in the month or so that we've been back, he hasn't bothered to come back.
Well, there is that.
I think the problem, Buck, is you gave him a few months off and he found other things to do.
He doesn't have other things to do. He's a scientist.
He hooked while you had him hooked.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come back if Eric starts picking up my slack.
Maybe.
Of course, I don't know how Eric would be picking up my slack since he was the originator of this stream. I've been picking up his slack.
Technicality.
Okay, now the top and the bottom of this. Had I thought this through way back when I painted this part, I'd have taped over it. I didn't think that far ahead.
Don't you have any little sanding sticks?
I do.
Skinny stick?
I do. That works great for the interior, but it's too fat to fit in here this way.
Really?
Yep.
Seems like it would be the same size all the way around.
Uh-uh. And this is a skinny one. See, if you look,
Yeah, I have some of those.
this one's narrower this way than it is this way.
The ones I have are pretty much square.
Oh yeah.
They're the Flory models.
See, these are square, but they wouldn't fit in there either way. Mine are eBay special about 8 years ago.
I gave like $10 for all of these.
Yeah. Well, see, I've picked up over the years. These were like $6 or $7. This is what's left of 5 packs of sticks that I think I spent $15 on. And these being name brand these being Squadron were $15 for 15 of them. And then my generic nail files.
I don't know about the Squadron ones, but I think it was worth spending a little extra money to get the Flory ones because they seem to be a lot more durable.
Well, here's my most, and the pun is intended on this, here's my most chewed up Squadron one.
Wow.
Well, it's chewed up because Apollo took it outside. He saw it sitting on the bench and he's like, I want that. And so he took it outside and he chewed it up. But
yeah, that's like somebody dropping in.
Yep.
But Penguins logo, so maybe Kenny.
Nope, Shoe.
Shoe.
And then this here
Shoe's
is
a Penguins fan.
apparently this here is the other one that I've been using from
I
Squadron.
like Shoe for some reason.
A siphon airbrush. That's funny, Sluggo. So Sluggo, we've got it's me, it's Donnie, and Schumann is coming in at the bottom. Donnie Dougherty is upper right hand corner. But I've been using this stick for a couple of months. There he is. Hey, Shu.
What's going on, Shoe?
Ah, Enterprise D. And I think you might be muted, Shu, because I didn't hear anything when you talked.
Shoe said actually being here with us is enough. Having to talk to us too would be just way too much.
Oh, where did he say that?
He didn't.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is my presence is enough. You should be honored.
He's having the problems you usually have, Buck.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's okay if he has them because if you're hosting, you should have audio.
This is true. This is true.
Sanding stick is almost thin enough. Actually, this other one. Flexi pad. Thought for a second there I heard something from Shu. Wait a minute.
Do you have Shoe muted, Buck?
I do not. I see the mute on his over top of his video.
Yeah, I see that too. So he must have it muted in Discord.
Well, let me see. No, that's the microphone. Well, he just said, "To hell with that, I'm out."
And he must have had it muted in Discord.
Yeah, well, it was. He's coming back. It showed a headphone, not a microphone. Because if watch what happens when I mute mine. Watch the. I think it's upper right hand corner.
It was bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, you
said mine anyway.
Yeah, it was right, bottom right. But did you see that the mic with the cross through it came on?
Yeah. He's got it muted in Discord somehow.
Yeah, but it was a headphone mute.
Yeah, it was.
So I think what we need to do is suggest to Kenny that he buys a service like Discord and sets it up so that we can all use it whenever we want.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have that icon.
How about now?
Yay!
Now we can hear you.
Okay. I can't see you guys, but I can hear you.
You can't see us?
No. It's just running slow today, I think. I think they'll come up.
All right.
Everything just really kind of... This is the old laptop. I got a new one. This is kind of the old one. I just was going to see if I could end up using this as a video thing.
Now, what you need to do is like what my wife did. When I started streaming, she literally bought me a brand new computer to stream with.
Well, I have that on my... I got one for my video setup that's brand new and high speed and everything, and that's kind of in my video setup. But here on the table, it's like I just got to kind of move one back and forth. I didn't bring my new one over here yet, so I thought maybe I could just leave this one here.
Ah.
But I don't know why I can't see you guys. Just get the little heels tumbling around.
I think it's just, it'll pick up. It's Discord catching up with itself. So, Shu,
What?
here's what I've been working on for the last 4 months, roughly. The payload tower.
Well, and this guy here, this one I was changing it up a bit because when you did yours, you put in the shuttle bays.
Uh-huh.
And then you had to put in, after that, they had you put in the, or first you put in the little light deals, and that covered up the shuttle bay. So I'm kind of doing that afterwards, once I get the shuttle bay parts. So
Yeah.
thanks to your videos, I'm learning how to not do things.
Yeah, I try and watch World of Wayne for the same thing, but I'm about 6 months behind on my videos and not getting any better.
Yeah, I was watching him on these videos, and I went, well, I could just watch you and be fine. So I watch him on the DeLorean.
Well, I watch him because it's fun to watch his stuff, actually.
Oh, yeah, I like watching him. I like his video.
Yeah, I watch a lot of his too.
It's not quite tough.
But boy, he does just about all these builds, these parts builds. Every time I turn around, he's doing something different.
He's actually working on the Enterprise.
He's
Well,
actually, as far as I know,
he's got them all. I've seen him do Enterprise, the R2D2. I've seen him do ships, planes, boats.
He's building a second R2D2 now.
Well, and he's building a second Bismarck as well, because he's got. If you go on the Agora website and they have their videos of their builds are Wayne. As far as I know, he is actually all the ones he's working on. He's not paying for. I think he's being comped them as advertisement.
Oh, well, that's a way to do it.
Right?
So Sluggo asked a while ago when you first came up, with that door behind you, it looks like you're in a police precinct. That's just the door to the outside, isn't it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the door to the outside.
Yeah, it's because of the scroll work, or whatever you want to call it, on the glass on the door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this door is kind of neat because it's got a glass piece in it right now. But in the summer, you can take the glass piece out and you can put a screen piece in.
We have a door that's that's a little bit like that. Our front door is a little bit like that, except for instead of taking the glass out, the glass will slide down to the bottom of the door, and the screen will then be in place.
My back door's like that.
So I'm looking for something that I can set this thing on that is the same height as this tower piece. Yeah, GB said the majority of Wayne's are free, but some of them he pays for. Yeah, I know he paid for his first, or I'm pretty sure he paid for his first Bismarck, because he was doing it through Hatchet and then switched over to the Agora one. It's a little bit taller, but that works.
Oh, got my book.
I had to have something to set this thing on while I put glue on the bottom. Why did I think that was the right height? It's so much taller. I could have sworn I stood this. That is really weird. It looks like it should be the right height. Okay. This is where it's going to get exciting. Sluggo, it's World of Wayne. He does all of the part works. He posts videos regularly, and then he does a Tuesday and Thursday stream. He's located in the UK. So if this doesn't work right, you guys are going to see worldwide a grown man cry, because this tower is going to collapse.
Well, I have the engine done now.
Fuck! Pardon me. Damn it! Fortunately, that was just the CA giving up.
I don't know why I still can't see you.
We're invisible.
I just get the little black square with little diamonds circling.
No problem, Sluggo.
We're undercover. Witness protection.
Exactly. No, wait. For us, it would be witless protection. Oh, damn.
Details.
That part broke as well.
Oh, now what I do?
It
I
broke all my
love
shit.
this AK.
Oh, there we go. That's weird. By full screen you, I can see you.
Ah. But you just can't see us all at once.
No, so I full screen, then I see, then you guys come up one at a time. Oh, there we go. Now I see Donnie up there. Now I see Buck. So let's see here. Maybe I just go back to.
Wow.
Now I see Buck and me.
Donnie was just gone for a second.
Yeah, my Discord just rebooted.
Well, that's awesome. So I'll be right back, guys. The doorbell just rang.
And now I don't see Shoe. Oh, I use Vallejo varnishes all the time. I like them. Just got a new bottle of Vallejo matte varnish. I love this stuff. You have to thin it quite a bit, but it works great.
There we go. Everybody's.
Now Shoe's back. Logo was wanting to know if any of us ever used Vallejo varnishes. Have you ever tried them, Shoe?
I don't think so.
I
I might have some. I've got a lot of Vallejo stuff. Some of it I just got for holidays and it's kind of in my paint box, but I don't think I've ever used any of their varnishes.
Oh, I just use water most of it. I put a little bit of the Vallejo airbrush flow improver in it.
Yeah, I use that when I'm spraying all the time.
Yeah.
And then
I use that for anything I'm
where
spraying.
it was somebody on YouTube at one time, and I forget, it was really early when I started getting back into this, that they had made a mix. They took Vallejo thinner and Vallejo flow improver, and they made a mix out of it, and that's what he was using the thinnest paints with. But 90% of what I use is the Vallejo Model Air anyway, so I really never have to thin it, so I just add a few drops of flow improver.
Right. That's what I do. I just use the flow improver, and if it needs thinning a little more, I just use water. But I like the Vallejo varnishes. They work real good. Okay, engine's done, so put that over there. Now I need to gloss coat this so that I can put the wash on. Yeah, I have the Vallejo gloss coat too.
Yeah, I think I have that, and I have the matte finishes.
Yeah. Well, I used the matte finish so much, I finally ended up buying this big, huge bottle of it.
Yeah, I think I've got a big bottle of that, and then I've got like a semi-gloss. Because most of my glosses, I find that the spray glosses just work better.
I don't have the semi-gloss. When I want to do the semi-gloss, I just mix 50-50 gloss and matte.
I'd be careful with Matt. You know, he screws things up.
Yeah.
So I only use like 50% matte.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
What I want to do is, once I get done with some of my other gloss and mattes and those coatings, I'm going to go back to the candies or the Raytex. They have really huge bottles of their clear, their gloss, their matte, their semis, and all that, and they're like half the price. But I hate buying stuff when I'm still using stuff. Though.
Oh, wow. How durable are they?
They're good because on most of the stuff I'm doing now, that's what I'm using for a gloss coat is using their gloss.
Okay.
I haven't really tried very many of the creatives yet.
It is going to be very interesting putting these two parts of the tower together, considering this part just completely came undone. This round piece here is supposed to be on top of here.
Yeah, Sluggo, it's always gonna look kind of like milk. It's not gonna look clear in the airbrush cup, but it's clear when you spray it on. Just use thin coats, and clear when you spray it on.
I think people always get a little confused because they use it's the other clears are clear, and this one they've always got because it's the same thing with the Create. They're really
milky too.
Yeah, it looks really milky. And then when you put it on there, it's great.
Yeah.
So this is going to be one piece at a time. It's interesting trying to get this sanding stick in here without breaking more of the tower. Yeah, Donnie, I did this before with super glue and not plastic to plastic like we talked about earlier.
Right.
So yeah, it just suddenly gave up the ghost on me.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about using super glue. Just like, I just mix this. It's 50-50 gloss and water with a couple drops of flow improver, and it looks milky until you spray it on, and then it's clear.
Of course, I think I also used the cheap super glue on this when I built it originally. So let me set this aside for a second because I think I figured out what I'm doing on Monday or on Tuesday for my live stream. I hate the way they do these boxes because, as you can see, there's no ceiling on it at all. 15, 16, 17, 18. Trying to remember. Well, let me show you guys what I got. have Iron Man parts, but I don't know for sure if they match up to where I'm at in the build, because they've also charged me for issue 4 a long time ago, and it's never shipped. And now they charged me for issue 5 a couple weeks ago.
They never charge till it ships.
They usually don't. They expected to ship it, but it didn't happen. So I'm looking in my email right now. So that's where it says there's a delay in the 4th shipment. No record of this shipment. Great. Seven. So this is not the original one.
What did you say, bud?
Kind of talking to myself. I'm looking to see. This is
I was sitting in front of the spray booth. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, this is not the original shipment, because that one's still showing as not even picked up by FedEx. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So I'm waiting for them to ship package 4, but I have package 5.
You have 5 already?
Yes, they charged me for 5 as soon as they started working on package 4 to get it fixed. And they charged me and they shipped it. Usually they're really good.
Where'd Donnie go?
So I now have package 5. I'm waiting for package 4. So Iron Man will not be on Tuesday. Damn it.
Looks like you're gonna have to do Enterprise.
Maybe I'll do the Pearl. I could do Enterprise. I do have 1 pack. And Mark's going to need that video soon. Let's see. Eagle's enjoyable but very repetitive. I can imagine with all the scaffolding stuff. Okay, so let me bring this back over here. Scaffolding looks good. Excuse me. Bring up the PDF for the old shuttle, because the instructions very often for the shuttle, the older ones are better than the newer ones. Donnie, you're on your paint booth, it looks like.
Yeah, I was using it.
Ah. I knew this tower, putting these two towers together was going to be a adventure.
It's fun.
It is.
Now you're earning that skill level 5.
Exactly. Don't forget, I lit this thing. It's skill level 7.
There you go.
Skill level insanity.
Hey, it's not that bad. I have one light on the entire 2 towers that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not that bad, Shu. He's only been working on it for like 6 months now.
8 months.
Yeah.
8 months.
So it's only having one light up. That's probably slightly better than what the actual tower was when we were using it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 3 lights out. Who's going to replace it? I don't know.
Well,
Let's get a government contract to come out and do it.
my lights are not in scale to reality, I don't think, but they're closer than what the ones that were kit supplied.
Government contract, 5 or 6 foot tall lights might have been all that was in the budget.
Could be. Built by the lowest bidder.
10-foot lights here, guys. Sorry, it's not in the budget, man.
The funny thing is that everywhere where this thing broke off, it left me a really good mark as to where to sand so that I can go plastic to plastic and actually weld it.
I'll never use super glue on anything that's going to be like structural.
Where's your sense of misadventure?
I like misadventure once. I don't like having to go back and do it again.
Well, and I'm going a step up. I'm breaking out the red tube. It's kind of funny because I have over on the corner of my desk, I have a part of the fence, part of this fence stuff that's up underneath the glass, and it'll probably be there forever, maybe a little bit longer than that. No, actually, Sluggo, it's the Iron Man comes completely painted. It is out. It's a part work. It's like what World of Wayne does, what I do with like the or actually what Donnie's doing right now. He's working on the Enterprise part work. Or not Donnie. Not Donnie Mark.
Donnie wants to work on the Enterprise.
Yes.
I do.
What amazes me actually is I think Donnie has all but stopped working since you started.
All but stopped working since what?
Since Mark started working on the Enterprise.
No, I was on and stuff.
So yeah, I'm not going to take the parts out, but here, Sluggo, you can see it's a metallic sheen. It's pre-painted. It's all put together with you can see barely right down here in this corner. There's some screws. Maybe you can, there, you can see them better that way. But yeah, it's another one of these hugely expensive models that I get into. Oh, by the way, Mark, I was reading somewhere on Facebook, I think it was, that the Hatchet Titanic is going to be metal. Not the, not the one from Eagle Moss, but the Hatchet one is metal.
A Hatchet Bismarck?
No, not the Bismarck, the Titanic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing the Titanic.
Saw it on eBay, or not eBay, Facebook. I'm a little bit disappointed right now with how the Titanic from Eagle Moss is going to shape up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait and see what they send me, because if it's got to be painted, I'm probably not gonna do that. I'll just cancel that and go buy the bigger one. You guys all have at the same price.
Yeah.
Right. See, Sluggo, even though it looks milky after you mix it, when you spray it on, it's completely clear. It just adds gloss.
And with the Titanic, if they do the hull in plastic and it's colored, still don't think I'm going to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not the same. I'm not paying $1,600 for a plastic kit or plastic part work.
Eagle Moss one is wood.
So what?
The Eagle Moss Titanic is wood.
Right, but I think the hull is going to end up being plastic.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it said on their website wooden hull.
Which is even worse if you have to paint it.
Yeah, but if they made that hull metal, man, that'd be very heavy.
Not any worse than the Bismarck.
Pretty sure though it said on their website that the hull was going to be wood. I'm assuming that's coming unpainted.
Now, I suppose I wouldn't be so cheesed off if they provided the paint, but the whole point of those kits is you don't have to have any skills to do them.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not like I have any skills anyway.
That's why we're all here hanging out together to learn skills.
So where's Eric? He's supposed to be teaching us.
No, he's waiting for that new 25-volt power supply to come in.
Ah, yes. It's got some LED work to do. Hopefully this thing will stay in place. That one arm is just not grabbing.
I think I'm more excited about seeing that Batmobile than I am about the Titanic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did the tour on the Titanic because I got excited it was just there. But the Batmobile's like, let's get that going. All the windows are.
All those windows is the most fun part, isn't it?
That's it. That's the end of this stage is putting in the windows. Then you're supposed to put in the backing with the light. Like I said, I'm waiting to do that because I think then one of the other deals they give you the covers for the shuttle bays, and if you put the lights in, then it's really hard to get the shuttle bays in. So I'm just kind of doing that backwards. Because I watched Bucket roll the paint. And they spent too much time trying to get those shuttle bays in, and I'm not doing that.
See how you are?
On the fun out of it, Shu.
I'm willing to do that in this case. We have extra windows. We have to put my and that completes book 3. I gotta go see what's in book 4.
I just have a feeling that I need to overkill on the glue here. I've got the tube stuff already on one spot, and it's actually catching. But I think I need to hit super glue here. And this won't end up being that structural once I get the supports on the other side done.
But until then,
yeah, well, it's not structural even then because there's nothing on it.
We are starting stage 11, book 4. Catching up with you, Buck.
Wait, state. Oh,
It's just because plug doesn't work on the Enterprise anymore.
I don't has parts.
No way ahead of me.
I don't has parts, Donnie. Can't work on it unless I has parts.
Then you should get parts.
I think so as well. Wrong cap. So I guess, well, I've got this tower in a very compromised position. It was this part not being attached that caused the entire collapse. Let's see. Back to my reference pictures. If I can find my cursor.
They got these windows. See, they put them in a nice little piece of plastic. You just set them in there. Now, why they couldn't do that with all the windows, I don't know.
Makes too much
Pretty
sense.
much easy.
It's probably just to make it seem longer for the build.
Yeah, I'm okay with that not happening.
So you feel like you're getting your $1,600 worth.
Exactly.
Yeah, well. You know, I'm okay with not doing it that way. If I don't have to spend about 4 years gluing in windows.
You guys use the Tamiya photo etch pliers? Question from Sluggo.
I've never used them.
No,
I use just
You know, anything that has
This.
like Tamiya on it, you can find somewhere else cheap with the same thing. Except the only thing I never found that I really liked that they did was that little drill. Otherwise, everything they have is like double the price of what it needs to be. So it's easier just to go find that, say this is cool, and then go find it somewhere else.
Well, almost everything they have is made by another company. They don't make any of it. They just stamp their name on it. So
Right.
if you can find it made by the other company, you can get it a lot cheaper.
okay. I love it when I do things like this. This main part of this is backwards. So I need to separate. Unfortunately, it's super glue. I need to separate this part.
Then why did you build it backwards?
Because I'm an idiot. Because there's no real good instructions on this kit.
Instructions are just a hint.
So now to get it separated from here. Instructions are cheats.
Right.
Beautimous. Now all I got to do is disconnect the stairs on one part. It's just one stairs. So are you saying, Donnie, you never use cheat codes on games? That one's coming off all the way. Oh, wow.
There's cheat codes for...
Cheat codes are what?
I said, oh, there's cheat codes for games?
Yeah.
Gee, I never knew that.
Liar. No hesitation. None. Okay, where's my...
I used to do my son shit because he would buy a new game, and then before he ever put it in the first time, he's looking up cheat codes.
That's wrong.
And it's like, don't you want to play it first?
Yeah, get stuck
and
first.
Then find the cheat code?
Get stuck before you start looking for cheats.
Right.
Well, and actually, it's a good thing that I put this together backwards because it gives me something to do now while I'm waiting for this stuff to dry.
Oh, so now you're saying you did it on purpose.
Well, no, not really, but, well, maybe. I don't know. Just making sure I'm not about to do it exactly. It would be really bad to tear it apart and then do it wrong again.
Sure, you've never done that.
I haven't. I only do it wrong twice.
Exactly.
Well, the first time to make sure you did it wrong. Oh, God.
Really sucks is when you tear something apart because you did it wrong, and then you redo it differently, and then realize the way you had it to begin with was actually the right way.
Won't be the case on this because the part, I was looking at it and the top of these scaffolds, I was going to end up with one hanging out here in space. Instead, it's going to meet up right here. And of course, you guys can't see it because of where it's at. Hang on. Let's have fun with cameras again and see if I can screw up my focus. So right here is where this scaffold meets, and here's the top of the pillars. So the other scaffold will probably hit right on top of these two pins.
Probably.
Yay! My focus is bad again.
Hey, wait a minute, Buck. Did you say it was going to hit right on top of those pins?
It should.
The pins that you said were non-existent on that kit?
They're not locator pins. They're just pins that stick up.
To locate the other part.
Technically, hang on, let's see if this is going to work. Nope. Echo, turn off patio. There we go. Echo, turn on patio. It just doesn't like that really bright light when it first comes on.
You have to go turn autofocus on, off and back on again?
No, I just turned off what I did was I muted, turned off my lights, shut off the camera, turned it back on. When it focused, I turned my lights back on. Of course, this will not go in near as pretty as it was before. Yeah, I'm going to have to take it completely apart. Damn it. Some of these stairs are like perfect on here.
You know this little cheap camera that I bought at Walmart? My overhead camera?
Yeah.
If you don't have like lots and lots of light, it just says no.
Well, my overhead is a cheap camera. You know, the way it acts is like it's a really cheap camera. It's a Logitech 922, but it acts really cheap.
My overhead camera. Let's see. That one I got at Walmart for $15.
So somebody's outside in the neighborhood using a cheat code for picking up leaves.
Right.
You know what the cheat for picking up leaves is?
What?
Lawnmower.
Ah. I usually do that.
I'll be doing it sometime this week.
I have a mulching blade on my mower. So it just chews them up in. I have a mulching blade on my mower, so it just chews them up into nothing.
Not sure if I'm going to bag mine or mulch them.
I always just mulch mine.
I would, but like it looks like it should be an evergreen tree, but it's not. It drops a ton of needles, but the thing's about 30 feet tall, so if I mulched it, it just wouldn't work.
A pine tree in the backyard that does that. It drops a butt ton of needles every fall, but it never loses them all.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is our two 6 and 8 foot apple trees. It's about how tall they are right now. They're like, what? They still have leaves.
They weren't ready for winter yet.
No, they're like, no, man, I want summer. And Leprechaun is absolutely right. Rock landscaping is the way to go. There's no mowing, no cleaning up at the end for the winter.
Only if you do it right.
Yeah.
Rock the whole yard.
Well, we did that our front yard when we moved in here. That's what they call low maintenance yard. And it's worse maintenance than ever because the weeds grow up through the rocks.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do it quite right. And you end up spending more time than you do mowing if you were just mowing it down.
Well, that's our
just astroturf mine.
Our rock bed in the front, I think, is going to be ugly when all the trees fall. Or when all the leaves have fallen. Because there's one tree in the neighborhood that waits, is down the street, and of course the wind blows to my yard. This one tree waits until all the other trees have nothing on them, and then it's like, okay, now I'll let go. And the wind blows all of those leaves into my rocks. Wasn't so bad last year before I did the rock. This year I'm pretty sure it's going to be just ugly.
Yeah.
Donnie, you have to get mad at Sluggo. He's been calling you Danny. It's not like I occasionally. It's not like I occasionally screw up and call you Mark and Mark Donnie and.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I understand, but
well,
you're a sufferer of CRS.
Yep. Although I do promise to never call either of you Eric.
I have to draw the line at that. Yeah.
It's funny how we pick on Eric when he's not even here.
Yeah, it's not quite as fun, but somebody has to. He can watch it later.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm sure he will, and he'll agree with us.
I like this little case thing here, but it's huge.
Well, with my double subscription that I ended up with, I got a second one of those. I use it for parts for other kits as I'm building.
Yeah, I think I need something like that for my Lego Batmobile because it's got so many little stinking parts it takes me like an hour just to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, double subscription and you still don't have parts.
Exactly. Well, I canceled the second one. The second one's getting all the parts, but I no longer have that one.
See, there was your mistake.
Okay. That's where I always get confused on this thing. It's like, where are we at here?
You're on your bench. I'm on my bench. Sluggo, actually, this kind of is the American version of Flory Models.
I wouldn't have no room to model if I was on it.
Eric, when he first started the Sunday stream, talked about Flory Models and said we could do something like that. And so we kind of just started doing a Sunday stream and away we went.
And then Eric left.
Yeah, Eric started the stream and he's like, okay, you guys got it. I'm out.
We do got it.
Yep. We even let Eric come back occasionally.
A visit.
Yep. Have to say he's the only person who's ever photobombed us or video bombed, I guess, us from his phone.
Right? And from random places
like that surprising?
Or the car show.
No, actually, Mark, that is not surprising at all. All he's doing is bragging when he does that. He's going, see, I have a life.
What's that?
Exactly.
Needs one of those. That takes up too much time.
Because he can't move, so when he gets to move, he's got to figure it out.
Almost have this thing back together. So if I'd have done it right the first time, it would have taken me 5 minutes. Instead, to fix it, it took a half hour.
called modeling.
Exactly. When I hold it up to this thing and it turns out that I just put it back together exactly the wrong way again, I'm putting it together the way it is right now. Because those little wheels at the bottom are not going to matter. They don't. They do turn, but they're not going to matter if they turn or not.
I think that's funny that they make them turn. Like you're gonna like gantry that thing around your desktop.
Buck will.
I will.
Okay. Never
And then you
mind.
launch the shuttle.
Yeah, you can send it to Eric for final destruction.
Exactly.
Right.
Shuttle explodes on pad.
And that actually, because of the way this was lining up, was why I never glued the center part into where it was supposed to be.
Okay.
Gotta love
Stage
this.
11. Stage 12.
Gotta love it. Nowhere.
And we go get stage 12.
Just realized I'm not even in the camera. Everyone must be concentrating. It suddenly got quiet.
I'm just looking at this stupid arrangement on the
You think on the one you're doing there, Buck, that actually somebody built it first. They like came up with the design, said this is going to be great, but nobody ever actually built it to realize that it's a kind of a mess.
yeah, it's kind of funny because let me see. I'm looking at my reference material as I go, so I can't see if you can. Now you can't even see. Here we go. Adventures in switching cameras again. So this hole right here through this floor should be in the front. But to put these points where they are, that where they have to be to match up, it has to be where it's at. Somebody at Revell wasn't thinking when they built this thing. God bless it. I just saw something. God.
Surely not.
Need to figure out where this goes. Oh, you know what? I think. Oh, jeez. This thing is just becoming a nightmare of pieces falling off.
Super glue.
Yep. Well, at least the bond is breaking and not the pieces.
Well, that's a win. Ah,
I resemble that remark.
ready to screw something in. I forgot to open the screw bag. I'm looking for the damn screws. Oh, they popped out.
I think I figured out where this thing belongs, but it's kind of funny that it came out of there. That one's there. Yay, I was able to switch cameras without it going all out of focus. Oh, there it is. So it belongs actually down here on the front of the tower where you guys can't see it. That was a serious
Didn't know.
That was a serious bang when this thing fell off. It's where it belongs. Flip it over the right way. Oh yeah. Damn. I broke the bottom loose. Belongs right here. First I gotta glue the bottom back on. I guess when that part came off, that was literally a case of the bottom dropping out. Da-dum-dum. It's back.
Getting a lot of lights here.
I remember when I originally glued this thing, it was a pain in the behind to get to go on. Be right back, guys.
get the test.
I'm back, guys. It appears, Donnie, we just abandoned you for a minute.
Oop.
Not that one. Trying to get rid of those bright spots in my table.
What'd you say, Buck?
I said it appears that we abandoned you for a minute.
Abandon who?
Well, both Mark and I were gone.
Oh, that's all good.
Sitting here trying to figure out. There we go. That was the one. That gets rid of the stripes off of the desktop.
There you go, parts.
Did you say bags of parts?
Yep.
That was actually what I exactly thought when you flipped that bag open. I guess great minds think alike.
Absolutely. Now we test.
Speaking of which, are all of your testers still working right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, now you mentioned that, probably not, because you mentioned it. But so far, yeah.
It's just paints.
Yeah, I have to put my one back together eventually.
You still have the one that fell apart, Buck?
Which one?
Your tester.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not going to get rid of it because I'm guessing that eventually I'll have to put it in the ship.
And there we go. We've got lights.
Cool.
Nah.
Like I said, I didn't put the top ones in yet because I'm not going to do it with that. I'll get the shot. Jesus, this is like a- Which I don't know why they didn't include those with this parts. It wouldn't have been easier just to say put them in first.
Stop trying to make sense out of anything that Eagle Moss does. You know it's not going to work out.
Okay. I'll put away all sense of intelligence on this one. We just build. I'm guessing so. Nothing here.
Hard to say, why does this car have 2 window cranks for the front seat? But then I remembered that's when they had the little vent windows that rolled down.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it's one of the things I'm kind of disappointed on the Ghostbuster cars. Those vent windows don't open.
Grandfather had a Dodge Dart, and it didn't have vent windows that rolled down. They just kind of flipped out.
Yeah, so that you had the little crested button, flip the thing, and then push it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones I was talking about. The Ghostbuster car should have those, and it does, but they don't move. Okay, this is about to get really scary for me. Maybe really entertaining for you guys.
What is that?
Take a look at what I'm doing.
No.
Nope. I'm turning the tower upside down, and the reason I'm taking it back off of these jars is because these lights were touching. I need to find something to lift it up a little bit on each one. Because I think that is the only way I'm going to get those wheels underneath there without having major accidents and things falling apart again.
Put another jar on top of each one of those jars. That would be perfectly cool.
And then shake it. Shake the table after I do that.
Right.
Yeah, get up when you're needing something, knock it all over.
I just realized what it is. It's the two pieces I thought were level to each other are just a bit off. Never have a piece of paper when you need it. How's that for clearance? Let me slide it forward so that you guys can see what
There
I'm
you go.
So, the lights are up underneath here, and the paper, paper's two pieces, so it's actually sticking up a little bit. But when you get it down to where it's laying flat, the paper slides under the lights. Perfect clearance.
Now don't move.
Exactly. Well, no,
Don't even breathe.
now the fun part is putting this up here.
Piece of cake.
And the even better part is, once that's on there, I cannot take it off of these jars.
So those jars will be there forever.
As long as the piece over here is solid and I can actually slide the thing down into the pin or whatever you want to call it, down inside of it, it'll be perfect. Because once this is on, once it's on to this bar right here, it'll be supported.
What's the matter, Buck? You can't even acknowledge that it actually does have alignment pins?
It doesn't have pins. It has higher points. It doesn't have alignment pins, which are supposed to go into something.
Even though you've been talking about those pins for about a half hour now?
Exactly. So Sluggo said, "Where y'all from?" I'm from O'Fallon, Illinois. Donnie's from Murfreesboro, isn't that it?
Murfreesboro.
Yeah, Tennessee. Mark is in Bloomington, I believe.
Bremerton.
Bremerton. Yeah, Washington. And let's see. You know, you're right, Leprechaun. This hair is going to make me either pull out the rest of my hair or make it all go gray.
Oh, look. Sluggo says, is this the American version of Florida Models?
I answered that a while ago. Were you sleeping?
Except they make money and we don't.
Well, there is that. They make money. They make money, so we don't have to.
We do it for the love of the hobby.
No. Say it right. We do it for the love of God.
That's what we say when something goes wrong.
Exactly.
Or something more colorful every now and then.
Oh yeah. You mean like what I said earlier?
Exactly.
You know, just to be on the safe side. Write this down, guys. Put it on your calendar. I'm doing something smart.
I ain't buying it.
Who are you and what have you done with Buck?
I know.
You say you're going to. You haven't said you have. Two different things.
I am in the process of. Of course, it could turn out to be not very smart when I try to pick this thing up if I forget. So instead of just letting this sit here on top of these jars and shift every time I touch it, I just taped it to the top of the jars.
Well, that does sound smart.
So I wonder how long I'm going to be stuck holding this here.
See you Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Live stream on Tuesdays. Him still holding the cart from Sunday. Good thing we're off this week.
Yep. Actually, let me see if I can get this.
You're off all week, Buck?
Yep.
I am too.
Like I said, I'm the only person working this week.
Yeah, I decided I would take a week of leave.
Nissan decided that we would be off all week.
That's because they care about you. It's a holiday week, you know?
Well,
They care
they
about you.
claim that they can't build cars without parts, you know. I mean, I don't know what's up with that, but...
But what about scratch building? Have they never heard of scratch building?
Exactly.
You don't have the parts, scratch build it?
Just scratch build it and then hire Spence to program it, and there you go.
Maybe HL will start selling those guys chips.
Hey.
Now I need to hope this thing stays in place. Truthfully, I would really love to pick this thing up and put it on the other part of the tower, but I don't know if it'll support itself yet.
So now you're not being smart. You did one smart thing for the day, and that's it.
Exactly. Well, to be honest, I think flipping it over and putting it on the other tower, as long as this is solid, it feels like it, is the best bet because that puts pressure on this part that I just put on. So let me pull the tape back off. And to be honest, if this, it's kind of funny, if this, the payload tower, if it was to explode, I could still finish the build without it.
Then why don't you? Let's just see it go up and.
It wouldn't be finished without that, though.
True.
You might be done.
Okay.
I just think it's cool that that's still the same launch tower from the Saturn V. They just added to it.
Yep. I think the payload.
Well, you know, that's how the government works.
I think the payload tower is still there too.
Probably because they haven't really needed it for anything else. Oh, we're gonna launch SpaceX rockets. Just push that over that way. Yeah, there you go.
That is all the way down.
Now, stage 13. Okay.
So much better. Oh, damn it. I hit the thing and so
much better. Oh, yeah.
well, it's so much better now because it's straight up and down.
That was good.
It was perfect. I couldn't have done that time that better if I'd have tried.
Jesus. Right tool for the right job.
What? No.
But I don't subscribe to that theory, but you know.
Okay.
Whatever tool I have handy.
Exactly. The right tool for the job is the tool you have.
Exactly. Trying to put a screw in, got a hammer? Have at it.
What amazes me, you know, talking about 4A models, watching them, everything they do, they have a tool for it.
Of course. But that begs the question: are they scripted?
Who knows?
Well, I think anybody who watches us knows that's not a problem here.
Yeah, right?
Just in case this thing doesn't end up mobile, I just moved the thing far away, so that I can get the shuttle still in here. Because I have to glue this little piece here on here. That's half the piece is already on here, and the pipe is running through it.
And not get any glue on the inside.
Well, fortunately, since I'm using the liquid glue, the tester's extra thin, and there's paint on the part here. Hopefully, it's not going to dissolve the paint.
Dissuade you, but to me, an extra thin will eat through paint.
So what are you saying? Should I use the tube?
Get a better bond with the extra thin, but just be very careful you don't put too much on there.
Yeah. So pouring half the bottle on there would be bad.
Yeah.
The key is not to get any on the inside surfaces. And I will tell you, Donnie, even if this should bond, I've got it far enough open that it should be okay in the long run. Because once it's together, it's not like I'm gonna play with it and swing it off. Whee!
You will. You know you will, but
I probably will have to, because if you look at the size of this, it's on an 18 by 24 pad, and it's covering most of that pad. So I still need to do handrails back here. Down here. There's a lot of places I got to do handrails, and I'm
What the heck do you use this piece for?
the diffuser for the impulse engine, I believe.
No, I guess you don't put it in yet because it doesn't mention it. Okay.
I think I remember seeing World of Wayne slide that into the impulse engine.
Well, it came with it. So I guess that's where it goes. It's just weird that you don't do anything with it. I just love when they do that. Here's some parts. You don't do anything with them. Don't lose them. Okay.
well,
Slide into the impulse engine between the bulb and the red plastic. If I remember right.
oh wow, we're ignoring the chat. So Sluggo, yes, my wife is cool with my modeling. Her only complaint is I keep buying models.
You don't buy that many. You've only got what, 400?
Shh. She can hear you. Okay. Very carefully. Finally, a part that just pops into place perfectly. I don't have to mess with it at all, except for when I glue it. This, this almost feels like I'm building a giant Jenga tower.
And if you miss a piece and touch it wrong, it might have a dent.
Exactly. That one's a little bit stiffer than I want. You know what?
Now put a clamp on that to hold it, Buck.
So what?
Put a little bit of glue on it and then clamp it to hold it so you can move the two tappers back and forth so they won't glue together.
Exactly. I just realized that I need to sand the inside of this little hook. I sanded the one that I used for testing, but I didn't sand any of the others.
Surely you're not trying to insinuate that the fit on those Revell parts is less than perfect.
Oh, it's perfect. If you want to put
And don't call them Shirley.
exactly, it's perfect. If you want to put a glue bomb in it. Come on.
I mean, you don't want to put a glue bond on the moving parts?
No. For some reason, I want my moving parts to be able to move.
Man. You
Yeah,
have
that's just
expectations, but
that ain't right.
I do have to say that the way I did the white rings here, I can't put it to where you guys can see it. I'll post pictures on the HLI sometime.
Sure you will. Yeah, sometime.
What? 10 years from now is still sometime.
Right. You can specify what year. What's wrong with that? Man.
he just wants to have time to Photoshop the pictures to make it look like he did it right.
Exactly. But eventually I will post pictures and or maybe do some video on this to show what they look like, because I think with them being white rather than the gray, I think they look pretty cool. Yeah, Sluggos, you're right. The history you learn is pretty impressive. Hang on, guys.
Can you give me a can of Lasso wax?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Sitting over at the window for the past 2 years.
Lost my life.
Just go around for it, you'll find it.
Yeah, right?
You okay?
Buck must have cranked his speaker.
one big thing. Put it in my head.
That is a huge moth.
Moving on to stage 14.
After 2, I think when I get these decals on, I'm gonna call it.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Yeah, well, stage 14 is the last on this book, so I think I will.
So what?
But on this one, stage 14 is the last in this book.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I'm going to call it a day after that.
I'm thinking the
Gotta
same.
keep going. No, I need a lot of these to go because otherwise Donnie's going to get bored.
Yeah.
Got to have some enterprise fix.
Yeah, since Buck won't do it.
Yeah.
You know, if he keeps getting grumpy like that, I might not do it on Tuesday.
I'm not getting grumpy. I'm just.
I hear you being grumpy.
Well, is that not a fact?
What? That you're grumpy?
No. That you won't build the Enterprise.
I didn't say I won't.
Okay. Haven't been.
You didn't hear what my wife said, did you?
Oh,
No.
She said he has other stuff to build.
Well, yeah, don't we all? But here I am doing the enterprise. I have a lot of other stuff.
Well, my wife probably wants me to work on the Black Pearl because the Black Pearl is actually hers.
Oh. So you're kind of killing her then by having something that you're building for her, but it's not really your high priority.
No, it is my high priority. It's just I got stuck.
I know what you're doing, Buck. You're
What?
stalling until Eaglemoth comes out with the kit model so you can build the Kitterprise.
No, actually, I will tell you though that sounds so intriguing. I have some older of the Enterprise kits. Like I think I have 1 or 2 of the 18-inch. That would be a fun build.
Right?
Maybe we should make it a group build.
What exactly are we talking about? Say enterprise. Or something.
So we were talking on Discord a while back about somehow we got to the Kitterprise where it's going to be a black Enterprise with the LEDs running back and forth across the front.
Okay.
Okay, wish me luck, guys. I'm moving this out of screen.
Right now, she's thinking, what the hell were you guys smoking that night?
That's pretty much it. Well, that'd be kind of cool. You could do that with the Enterprise D and the phaser banks because when they move,
Yeah.
There you go.
they went in a circle.
There you
So
go.
you got red. That would be the perfect one for that.
Let's see something.
That would be cool.
Because I know that I think it was Semi Controls has a phaser board that does that.
They do.
Probably have it, but instead of using paint that gold to make the colors red, you would have your clear product.
I'll post a better picture at some point. It's not posted.
At some point.
Well,
Nice.
there's the front of the kit, the towers.
Looks good.
That was 8 months of work.
It would take them as long to build that tower as it's taken you to build a tower.
So what?
It probably took them at NASA as long as it's taken you to build the tower.
So what you're saying that since they had real cranes and bolts and stuff like that, and I'm using glue and stuff, I'm better at it than they are.
Probably.
The thing is, they built one that's several hundred feet tall as quickly as you built one that's 2 feet tall.
Yeah, but how many of them were there building on it? I bet you there were over 200 people.
Yeah, but they were all union.
I bet they have less people per square foot. He's took off again.
Oh, wow. Sluggo's doing the Claude Rains Invisible Man.
You know, I think somebody did necessarily do that. For I just want to like take a picture of nothing and say it's my Invisible Man build.
So Sluggo, I have a Sluggo asked
There was somebody in Discord or on the site one that did that for a cloak Defiant.
Yeah.
I just always like when I can't get a build and I just want to do that. Here's a picture of like just an empty space. Here's my Invisible Man build.
I like the one that was done last year or during this year, where it's
With the Invisible Man team.
yes, that is so awesome.
That was great.
Which
That was
one?
great. Somebody did. They just took the tower. It might have been Dark, maybe. I'm not sure. They took a tower like a stand, and then there's like a yellow streak running into it and saying the Invisible Man taking a whiz.
Yep. So Sluggo asked where we're displaying these kits we're working on. I have an actual display room, our front room, which could be an office. It's about 12 by 16. That's my actual display room. That's where my kits are going to end up.
Any spot that's big enough to fit one?
My stuff usually ends up in somebody else's house when I give it away because I have no room for it.
So speaking of that front room,
And I very few fit for myself, and then they just kind of wherever they end up. I don't have a display room.
So speaking of that front room, I'm going up there for a second. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, now I need to get these.
It's almost 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna hop off of here.
Yeah, it's only like 12:49.
No, it's 2:49 here. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off of here. Y'all have a good one. Where'd Buck go?
Donnie, hold on a
He
second.
went to a display room.
Hold on a second,
Oh,
Donnie. That's probably going to be what's on the Tuesday stream.
Sweet.
It's the only
Get
issue
off Tuesday.
I have.
Get him to work in time to see it.
Yeah. It's the only issue I have right now at the Enterprise. And it's more Windows. So yeah, I'm actually going to shut down too because it should be pretty close to when Apollo is done. We haven't had a phone call yet, but he should be done or really close to it. And I will probably do some videos next week, just straight videos, because since I'm off all week, I'm really, at this point, I kind of want to let the shuttle tower sit for a few days so everything dries up solid. So I might work
That sounds like a very poor idea.
I'm thinking I'm gonna break out the Black Pearl and do some work on it, and then post some videos.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here, guys.
Yep, I'm shutting down the live stream, guys. So.
All right. Have a good one.
Y'all have a good one.
Yep, and all you out on internet land, have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you later.